Russ McCaskey spent the day at the Mid-Continent Airport in Wichita, Kansas. We'll be checking in with him shortly. Now, we are learning some new information after a plane crashed into the building hours ago, killing at least 4 people inside. The small plane lost power after takeoff and crashed while trying to return. And here's what's happening right now. The FBI is helping investigate the crash, which the agency does for any plane crash at any airport. In the last 90 minutes, we've learned 4 people who were missing are now accounted for. 5 people recovering from injuries in local hospitals.
Firefighters, of course, engaged in a horrific firefight for several minutes. We now have the fire under control.
About 10 minutes before 10 o'clock this morning, the report came in. A plane had hit a building at the Wichita airport. The building's owned by a company that has a connection to the Tulsa area.
This actual building housed simulators for flight safety.
Flight Safety has a major manufacturing facility in Broken Arrow. At the Wichita airport, their building had about 100 people inside when the King Air plane crashed into it.
It was horrific. There was heavy smoke on the horizon as you approached the airport for miles. A very challenging fire, as you might imagine. It appears the aircraft truck struck the top of the building, catching the building on fire, and would have caused some fire to be inside the building.
We're told the plane lost an engine on takeoff, leading to this crash. It doesn't appear foul play was involved.
We're not going to comment about that right now. We're going to work with our partners and with law enforcement right now. We want to figure out what happened. So,
I'd imagine that there was probably a bit of panic in the early stages of the incident. We're grateful at this point that a large number of people appeared to have gotten out of the building, but certainly saddened by the loss of life and anybody that might have been hurt.
Now, a friend of the pilot spoke to reporters not long ago. He says he thinks the crash happened pretty fast.
Look how high he was. He didn't have enough altitude to do much of anything. I think it happened to him within, by the time he applied the power to the time he hit the building, it was probably less than 30 seconds.
Again, the crash in Wichita killing 4 people, including the pilot. NBC has also planned coverage about the plane crash next on Nightly News. And tonight on 2 News at 6, we'll tell you about the plane involved in that crash. Now an update to breaking news we first